Okay, Cancer, the overall guidance for you for this weekend is to get out and do something that is outside of your norm. So, this is about you stepping outside of your comfort zone. More specifically, this would have something to do with, getting out and, networking or socializing with other people, just, like getting to meet new people, interact with new people, perhaps, especially if that's something that you don't normally do. And what you may not understand or realize about that is that it will bring you some type of healing energy. It might even work to kind of help with recalibrating your emotional. There's something to do with like your emotions or your emotional life. Okay. So that's the overall message for you. This is being brought to you by my phase 10 interpretations. And if you're interested in learning how to interpret or divine using phase 10, I'm going to have my link in the comments as well as in the description box. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to see what other messages we have. Hello, you guys. This is Misty with Cancerian Chronicles. Welcome or welcome back. Also in the description box, if you're interested in your own personal reading with me, that link will also be in the description box as well. Okay. So again, Cancer, the guidance for this weekend is for you to step outside of your comfort zone. I mean, that's the main thing. So this is not the time for you to just kind of be, stuck in your house. Another thing is like, if it's not for you to physically go out and meet new people, it could have something to do with like, if you do a lot of things like online, right? To like, if you're one of those people that you kind of watch people, you don't necessarily interact, or even if you have a platform and people interact with you, but you don't necessarily respond back, like this is something to do with like you needing to get to know other people and people getting an opportunity to know you. So we have here the Six of Pentacles, which is about sharing wealth. I feel like this is something to do with like an energy exchange. This is where you are going to be meeting people or interacting with people that not only do they pour into, you're not just pouring into them, but they pour back into you as well. So this is about reciprocity. This is about getting to know like your future. I'm hearing the word clan, right? So this is about your future tribe. This is about like, if you've had issues with like, relationships in the past, like you don't know what a really good relationship or friendship should be like or should look like if you just kind of keep yourself to yourself. Okay. At the bottom, yeah, we have the Two of Cups, which is reconciliation. I don't feel like this is with one person in particular. I feel like this is you reconciling with relationships and reconciling with humanity, with people. I mean, I don't know. And at the top, yeah, we have the Three of Swords. So you may have, suffered some type of heartbreak, or you may have gotten to a point where, you just felt like you didn't have anything in common with anyone, or you felt like, every relationship that you were involved in was like a setup for you to be let down, so to speak. And I feel like you are starting to heal that information. You're starting to heal that, or the guidance is for you to go ahead and heal that energy. Okay. Because there's so much more to life. I feel like you're going to be able to get a whole lot further in life if you allow some people in. Now, the lesson that you may have had to learn was about being discerning with the type of people and the type of energies that you allow into your home and into your life and into your space, right? It was never the goal. It was never the intention for you to just kind of cut everyone out. Okay. Sometimes you have to do that temporarily so that you can, kind of, again, that recalibrate, right? But then you are also meant to, reconnect. Okay. So what else does Cancer need to know for this weekend? Message or the next few days. We have the Two of Wands, and it says the Seven of Swords. Okay. So I feel like, which we have vision and theft, right? With these cards. And it really feels like, There was something that was a part of your plan. It was a part of your overall goals. And it's kind of like you may have allowed, remember we saw that heartbreak energy with that Three of Swords earlier. I don't know if like that mentality or that way of thinking, those thoughts, you allowed that. You allowed some past situations or past relationships to kind of steal or take from an overall vision that you had, because your vision all along may have included other people, right? Like meaning you wanted to have really good, solid, close friendships and partnerships and relationships and, you know, whatever this is. So, yeah, you want to be mindful that you're not allowing, you know, one or two situations or even three or four to steal or take away from your overall goal and your overall vision. Yeah, we have the Magician here at the bottom, which I'm guided to, you know, of course we have resourcefulness. So it's like you have everything that you need. You've learned everything that you need to learn so that you can be successful. So if you're holding on to like some type of doubts or fears about, you know, putting yourself back out there, like you can go ahead and, you know, put that energy to the side because you have what you need. You're in control. Oh my goodness. You're in control of your own destiny with this Wheel of Fortune card. I love that. Okay, let's see. What else? What else does Cancer need to know? What else does Cancer need to know for this weekend, or we can say for the next few days of whenever you're watching this? And you guys, don't forget to hit that thumbs up if the messages resonate, okay? Or just to show your support, okay? Yeah, we have the Eight of Cups, which in this instance, we are focused on self-discovery. So I feel like, again, this is about, remember the overall energy or advice is about you going out, stepping outside of your comfort zone. It's more related to, you know, what we talked about, which is like, you know, teaming up with people or networking with other people, collaborating with other people. And like I said earlier, this is about you discovering, you know, the types of relationships that make you happy, that help elevate you, that feel good to, I'm hearing chicken soup for the soul, but you know, that feel good to you and to your soul, right? At the bottom, we have the Ten of Pentacles, and this is about inheritance. And let's see what is at the top. At the top, we have the King of Cups, emotional stability. There's something to do with like something being your birthright. And I really feel like this is like some type of abundance, you know, not just like financially speaking, but an abundance of like, it's happiness, right? You're here to enjoy your life. And there's something to do with like you passing that energy on to those that will come after you, right? Letting people know that you're here to not just work and, you know, perish or, you know, whatever, but you're here to enjoy life, to learn about life, to learn about yourself, to learn about others, to learn about what you like. And to, you know, complete whatever mission or vision you have for yourself, share what you've learned along the way with, you know, and I feel like there's something to do with like you doing things in different ways. Okay. So let's go ahead and continue. We're going to keep this kind of short because I'm going to try to do the other signs. So you guys make sure if you're Cancer, Sun, also check out your Moon, your Venus, your North Node. So make sure that you know your placements, because when you look at those other signs, you get a more accurate picture of, you know, what's going on in your life and the guidance for you. And if you don't want to go through all that, then check out the personal readings, you know, book a personal reading. Okay. What else does Cancer need to know? Messages for the sign. Ooh, okay. I don't know. Okay, so we have false person. For some of you guys, you could have had, we have main female here at the bottom and false person. Toil and labor is here at the top. I don't know if this is, I feel like you need to also just kind of be mindful of like sharing your wealth, which could be, you know, like your energy, your knowledge, your, you know, whatever. Like be mindful of sharing this with people that like they only come to take from you. I don't know why I'm guided to this, but it looks like, I don't know. It looks like the letter N, the letter C, and the letter M. So that could be one of your initials, first, middle, or last name, or it could have something to do with like a false person, someone in your life. But this person, it feels like they're actually going to, provide additional burdens on you. So either they're going to come in and act like, you're the one for them, like you're the main person for them. But really, and they're really going to add a lot more burdens onto you with this toil and labor. Or they're going to act like, they are the woman for you, with this main female. And again, but they're just there to take, like, depending on who you are and, what your preference is. So just kind of be mindful of that. And don't let that be the reason why you don't network, why you don't socialize, why you don't get out and get something, meeting some relationships and friendships with other people. Like, don't let that be the reason. If you have a business, like, you are going to encounter some terrible, like you're going to encounter some really great clients majority of the time. And every once in a while, you're going to have like a terrible client that, they're just going to be there to see what they can take from you. And you're gonna, like, I'm hearing, I saw the signs. Like, you're gonna see the signs. Like, you're gonna already kind of know like what type of person this is that's trying to interact with you. So just because, I'm hearing one bad apple spoils the bunch, just because you meet a couple of bad apples, don't let that just completely deter you from, living your life, from enjoying your life, from collaborating and working with and meeting new people. It happens, right? Yeah. We have the Child. For some of you guys, this person that you need to be mindful of, it's someone that you've known since you were a child. So it could be a family member, a friend of the family, or something like that. For others, this is someone that they could have caused you some type of harm, when you were a child. There's something to do with like a loss of innocence, but, we're not going to, dwell on that. For others, like there's a lot of, this is a general message, you guys. So for some of you guys, there's something to do with someone trying to, either thinking that they will be able to like just take your child, or I don't know, or they're pretending that your child belongs to them for some reason, because they're trying to. So this is interesting. If you're not, so it's possible that you are this child and someone is pretending to know you or be a family member, a parent or parental figure, so that they can take some type of wealth from you, or they're trying to pretend like, they are the mother or father of your child, because there's some type of money or something that was left to someone's child that you may not be aware of. We have this adjudication here at the bottom. So there's something that could be going on in a court system. We have courtship here at the top. This could be like, for some of you guys, maybe they really are like, if you're the mother, this is the father of your child. If you are the father, this is the mother of your child. So this could actually be, someone that's related to the child, but it like something was left in your care. I don't know what that is about. That just seems to, so I don't know. That's just a heads up, I guess, for someone. Let me see. Is there anything else to that? No. Wait. Is there anything else to that? Yes, there's something else to it. What is it? I'm hearing something about the news. Some type of news is going to be headed. If this message is for you, you're going to receive some type of news about this. Some type of information is headed towards you. 818. Something about 818. And look, it's 818 and 818 either way. So either you're going to receive this news by August 18th, Someone's birthday could be August 18th. I don't know. Okay. Is there anything else? Anything else? Okay, that was it. All right, let's see what else. So that's for one of you, some of you, or none of you, you guys. But overall, just kind of be mindful of, you know, sharing your wealth, your energy, your abundance, your life, information about yourself with people, potentially from your childhood, or, you know, something like that, that they were like, they weren't really, I'm hearing, baby, are you still down, or something like that. Like they really didn't love, you know, like love and support you and cherish you when you were actually in their lives. And so this could be an energy of like some people trying to come back into your life, to learn more about you, or really to just kind of take something from you. But remember, we're talking about you stepping out into the new, stepping out of your comfort zone. So the guidance is for you to, yes, make new friends, interact with new people. But I feel like it's kind of like, but these old people that try to come back, especially if they have wronged you in any form or fashion, leave them behind. Leave them behind. Okay. Oh, geez. There's that main female that wanted to come out. We have marriage here at the bottom. Oh, my tummy's growling. And then we have bad health at the top. I don't know, something. It's almost like, you know, remember, like there's some people that they show, and I've seen this, like it's like they show how they looked like while they were happy and single and mingling and all of that good stuff, and then they kind of get married and then they start to deteriorate. Just be really mindful of, you know, the type of people, like how they make you feel, before you make any type of commitment to love or friendship or business or anything, any type of partnership. Just be really mindful of that. Yeah, like I'm looking at this rose, and wasn't that like some of those, I don't really watch TV, you guys, but I remember back in the day there was a show, one of those reality shows, and I think like the woman or the guy, like the woman gave a rose, or, you know, I don't know if they were all like that, but it's like you get to choose. You get to choose who is allowed access into your life. And the people that you allow access into your life should be contributing to your overall vision, your mission, your goals. If they don't, I'm looking at this restriction on this Two of Wands. They should be denied access at all costs if they don't support what it is that you have going on, or if they didn't support you in the past, is what I feel like. Yeah. Main female and then mature woman. I feel like, you know, because I don't know if in that original reality show, like if the woman received a rose, like she was waiting to get picked. And I feel like this main female, like this represents the old you. Like maybe you used to wait to be picked or to want to be picked, but you've grown up and now you realize that you are the one who gets to do the selecting. You get to do the choosing. You don't have to accept, you know, any old person that comes into your life if they don't fit in with what you have going on. If they don't fit in with your vision that you have for yourself of how you should be treated and, you know, just your life in general. Yeah. We have at the bottom, distant horizons, number 36. And then at the top, we have 39. That's interesting. And this is community. I feel like you have like a community, a tribe, a social circle that is headed towards you. But I feel like you have to, number one, I'm hearing something about making sure that you keep it small. So while I'm telling you to step outside of your comfort zone, meet new people, have fun, all of that good stuff, I don't mean open up your social life and your social circle to any old body. There's a sense of discernment, and you still want to kind of keep that circle, that network small. I'm hearing there's something to do with like 3 to 5 friends. And for some of you guys, I know that may sound like a lot, but you know, 3 to 5 is what I'm hearing. That's like a good number. Yeah, of whatever this is. I don't know. I don't know if you guys are creating a group or something like that. I don't know. Oh, geez. Yeah, main male just flew to the floor. I don't feel like your focus is on necessarily like partnerships. I don't feel like that's your goal. And because of that, for some of you guys, like someone's going to come in like with some type of, message that they will always love you or something like that. And they just want to be a part of your life and they want to give something to you. And yeah, if somebody wants to give you something, like I know a lot of people are like, be mindful of the energy, and what you accept in gifts. No, you can accept that gift. I'm a little bit different when it comes to that, because here's the deal. Like, just because you accept a gift, you are not obligated to that person in any form or fashion. You are not locked into a contract unless you sign a contract. I don't care what anyone says. Like, don't let people like play in your face and, get in your head like, you have to just be poor and never accept gifts from people. That's not true. Yeah. It's like people keep forgetting that they have free will. I don't know. But we have the message of concern card, and that flipped out in reverse. Someone could be trying to send you a message, but it could be that they're blocked. This could be something to do with like a work opportunity or something to do with workforce. But I feel like it's just something that is going to bring you back to, like, if you got out of I'm hearing it's a hard knock life for us. If you got out of that type of life where you had to work hard and, whatever, like, it was kind of like you have to work until, the very end. I feel like you're out of that, but and so anything that's headed your way that's trying to bring you back into that old way of thinking or that old life where you were putting work before yourself, those things are being blocked. Those quote unquote opportunities, just because it's an opportunity doesn't mean it's a good one. But I feel like those types of opportunities that don't benefit you, they're being blocked. You're not receiving those messages because you might actually still entertain them, especially like in this economy. I don't know why I keep hearing something about this economy. But yeah, we have 33, which is concern. And so we have at the bottom 21, which is family room. And at the top, we have 27, which is unexpected income again. So I don't know if, there's for one of you, some of you, or none of you, there could be some type of family secret where they don't want you to discover something that is going to lead you to receiving some type of income, some type of wealth, finances, money, happiness. Like, someone doesn't want you to discover this. I don't know why it's their problem. Or it could be that you actually have a concern about, like what is going to be like the key, like what's going to get you to this wealth that you're trying to, bring in for yourself. And that key could have something to do with you getting outside of your comfort zone and networking, socializing, interacting, meeting with new people. So that could just be what it is. Look at that. If you're wanting to be the wealthy man, or for some of you, you might actually encounter a wealthy man that is going to want to gift you with, something. And it's going to get some of you guys out of, poverty, or like maybe you have some type of poverty mindset that you're going to have to break out of. I feel like that poverty is really about, like loneliness or trying to do everything on your own. Like, just being, I'm hearing on my own. Like, you have to there's something to do with like feeling like you have to do everything on your own. I feel like that might be something that is kind of keeping some of you guys stuck, or, not as successful as what you could be. I don't want to say that you're stuck or poor or anything. Like, it's like not, it's preventing you from reaching the full potential of your actual vision, is what I feel like. Okay. All right. What else for Cancer? We're almost at Cancer. What? Ooh, okay. Yeah, we have no more complaining. But this is in reverse. I don't know. This makes me feel like, it's not that you are complaining. I feel like this is about you speaking up for like what you will accept and what you will not accept. There's something to do with like, because of the fact that this came in reverse, like I don't take it as your complaints, but I also take it as you do need to speak up and speak out about what it is that you will accept and what you won't accept. Like you just have to be really open to doing that. That's going to help you with like, on your mission, like while you're meeting new people. Okay. Don't be afraid to do that. But it says complaints are affirmations of victimhood, which is never true spiritually. Take back your God-given power by affirming that you have an abundance of choices and freedom. With your increased confidence and assertiveness, watch these positive affirmations blossom into reality. So some of you guys, there could be something to do with you needing to, make sure that you're not focusing on the negative, getting out of that lack kind of mentality. I think we touched on that a little bit earlier. But also with it coming in reverse, I feel like, there's something to do with, you needing to, it's not about you just, complaining about, how people treat you or how people do you. No, you need to be more assertive in saying, what is acceptable and what is not acceptable, what you will allow and what you will not allow. So there's something to do with that for you. So I hope that these messages were helpful for you, Cancer. Please be sure to hit the thumbs up. Let me know in the comments how these messages resonate. If you would like your own personal reading, check the description box and the comment section, as well as if you would like to learn how to interpret or read with using the Phase 10 card system that I created, which you can even use this for yourself, like with journaling and meditating and all of that good stuff. So check that out in the description box, as well as in the comments. So I love you and have a beautiful and fantabulous rest of your day. Bye now.